Good morning, all you chappity chaps. I don't see any chicky chicks in here, so it just looks it's the chappity chaps. Jason, where's Miss Ivanator? She taking a break for today? Tired of hearing the sports talk that happens at the beginning of these sets? Even you were like, not sports talk. So, here we are. I don't really have much to say. It's the weekend. I went out, had a few drinks, actually I think I only had like 3 beers throughout the 4-hour period that we were out, and woke up today and feel normal, so that's good, because sometimes, especially lately as I'm getting older, if I drink like 5 beers in one night, or 6, I definitely feel groggy the next day, so alcohol does have a real effect. There's a guy that I knew in Korea, when I lived in Korea, that every single day, I'm not even joking, every single day he would have just some sort of bottle of alcohol, typically like 750 mils. I think he would drink mostly bourbon and whiskey, and he, throughout the whole day, he would get through a whole bottle every single day. I was like, this dude's liver has to be shriveled to do that for years and years. I don't know if he's still doing it, but your body changes. Like, I don't know how it's even physically possible for the body to handle a freaking 750 mil every single day. He seems fine though. I mean, I'm just like waiting for him to be like, hey, I have pancreatic cancer or some crazy shit like that, or massive liver cancer, and then he's gonna go. But at least in the years that he lived, I guess he lived the way he wanted to. Well, watch, he'll be like that one exception who just like lives forever. Fuckers. Okay, so I don't have much to say other than, it is a football Saturday. Here in Columbus, Ohio, it's relatively nice weather. It's a little overcast, but it's warmer than normal. So it's been a nice, pleasant break yesterday and today. Not had rain the last 3 or 4 days, which is always wonderful because Columbus tends to get cloudy and muggy and just humid and throughout the once the nice little break between summer and fall ends, which is typically end of October. That's what happens for Columbus for like the rest of the winter, and the winter is just typically gray, and even if it's like cold and sunny, I can handle it, but when it's just gray, it's not fun. But today's not too bad. And as you all know, we all celebrated Halloween. Hopefully I saw, some of you celebrating Halloween on Instagram. Of course, I did as well. We had a good probably 50 to 100 kids come to the house, maybe more than that. And I always look forward to that. It's one of the things that I remember before owning a house, that I was always looking forward to owning a house. One of the things that I looked forward to is, now I know you're going to listen to what I say here. One of the things I looked forward to when I was like, I'm going to own a house, is mowing the grass. I was like, I love that I'm going to like tend and take care of the grass. And then I like mowed the grass. I owned a house in Denver, and the same thing happened there. It's a relatively small yard. But I think after like 3 or 4 mows, I was like, okay, yeah, I take that back. I don't look forward to that. And and that's the way I felt when I moved here, because I had that whole break when I was in Korea where I didn't own a house and then have to take care of a house, come back here, buy this house, and now I'm taking care of the house again. And there's nothing like a nice freshly cut lawn when you have beautiful grass in your yard. But the weekly, if it was like every other week, I could see, but when you have to do it every week in the summertime here in Ohio, because it rains so damn much, at the beginning of the spring into the early summer, sometimes it's like 2 times a week I have to mow the yard, because I like it when it looks really like low. Why am I talking about this? I don't know, but I do. The second thing I looked forward to owning a house was doing trick-or-treat and giving to kids and having decorations set up in the house. Not crazy, just enough. So the first of the great fall holidays has left us, and that gives us, 20 days until we have Thanksgiving break, which will be nice. So 20 days. Just a reminder, you guys look at the schedule, because the schedule has been updated. Although Michael did send in a set, but he hasn't sent in his money, so I'm not putting him on the schedule until he sends in his cash. But right now, as you can see on the map, we have today, we have Adrian, has a set. Monday we have Sasha set. Next Saturday we have a full set by Colin. And then we have nothing for that Monday. It would probably be Michael to go in that Monday, which would be the 13th if Michael gets his flow in. And then Saturday the 18th, we have the winners of the old or new set, Sasha and Ryan dual set. Then we have nothing on Monday the 20th yet. And then on Saturday, December 2nd, because we are skipping the weekend of, or the week, I should say, of Thanksgiving. And Saturday, December 2nd, we have one, but I will also be in LA at that time for work. So I'll probably have to do a premiere for that, which right now on the docket is the old or new winner set for Michael, Progper, Scott K, Atharva, and Ivy. Have all won a song on that set, which is Saturday, December 2nd. Or I might move it. Yeah, it'll probably be the 2nd, but it's going to be a premiere because I will be in LA and I'm not going to be able to do a live stream in LA, unfortunately. Okay, so let's get into this set. We're already 11 minutes in. This is what Adrian has to say. Hello, all. The ballad bitch is back. Oh, does that mean we're up for some nice, cool ballads? Some Pineapple Thief with another 6-song set. Okay. I like that you call yourself. You've owned and taken on the idea of being the ballad bitch, which that's not a bad thing. This set will have some prog, electronic, and metal for your listening pleasure. All of these songs have been released in 2023. Oh, so these are all new. Have the filter ready because some are official videos. Let's fucking do it. Dude, I didn't put any filters on it, so I might have to get ready for it. But again, the way YT is working these days, they don't really give you any, like, it gives you like a brief warning and then it just takes the stream down. Whereas before, a year and a half ago or a year ago, it would like be warning for a couple minutes before it took the stream down. I'm pretty sure they don't do that anymore. It just says warning or it just takes the stream down. They're not fucking around this time. So if it takes a stream down, I can't go back. So I will just record it. It's recording right now and then I'll have to post it on the Discord. For all of those 10 of you that are in the chat right now that are not on Discord, get your ass in the Discord. And I want to say, I see that Manny has joined us. Manuel Romero has come back for a one-time off. We've missed you, buddy. You haven't turned in any sets at all. But more importantly, you haven't even been around, dude. We miss you. Show up more. We miss you. We need the Maninator. The Maninator to be back, his little bass playing skills. Okay, first is a band Ryan introduced to the channel, and they've really impressed me. The song is And Then There Was One by Nospun. We've had them 3 or 4 times now on the channel. I don't feel bad, but I really didn't dig the last one that much, but that's okay. I dug the other 2 I think that we had on there, and they're both on playlists. But the last one I was like, nah, not for me. I don't like the silly giggliness of like songs like that. It's not for me. Let's see how this one goes. This track has everything I like about modern prog metal. It has nice chill sections, heavy sections, great singing, and good mix of genres. Just an all-around great song. So here we go with And Then There Was One. Boom. I like this beginning already. Is it gonna get into that genty, deep fucking jump? Ooh, this is awesome. This is spicy. Ooh, work that shit. Michael, get the damn set scheduled. I just read that. Wait, who's calling me old? Are you saying I'm old because I don't want to mow the grass anymore? Is that what we're talking about? Okay, if it stays like this, the song's immediately going on a fucking playlist. Great singing. Ooh, nice. Nice movement there on the hi-hat and the... Nice, we're going into the... Find yourself alone. Sasha, it's your loss if you're not on the Discord, buddy. Oh, Nospun, that's right. No, not Nospun. My bad. Nospun. Now we're into a little bit of like funky funk. Sounds very 80s right here. Delusion. Blink. Dude, I like his voice. Yummy. Oh. Ooh. Okay. That was a nice transition with that note into going into this double speed, double time. Listen to that bass. What's up, Arrow? And then that nice little half with the trash. There's that genty, like, deepness that they always, at least I've heard them have. Ooh, back into the... Nospun, you guys are fucking killing it. I hope you watch this because I wasn't really that much into it, but the last song, because it was too quirky for me, but all other songs we've heard on this channel, you guys fucking roll. Your voice is great, too. Ooh, nice. No.
Now I'm trapped inside this house, and I'm the one who's keeping me from getting out.
Thank you, Michael, for saying that. Not that hitting the like button's gonna do any good, but it could maybe not hurt. Yeah, Manuel Romero, you've missed out, buddy, by not being here. We've had some good bands come up that you haven't seen because you haven't been here. Sasha, come on, dude. You make 0 sense, buddy. Very rarely does the channel agree across the board, and we all agree but you. Not missing anything. This is beautiful. Nice 8th notes to keep that steadiness going. Yeah, it does. I get the guitar sound, at least, has a very Caligula's Horse vibe. Oh, I like that bend. You hear that bend? I felt... Yeah, that was even like a... Not a bend you're expecting. Dude, this is great. Yeah, Adrian, you might have just like stabbed yourself because I don't know how this song is gonna get beat. This is definitely a fucking sick song. 58531. Damn. That probably is one of the better songs we've had on the channel in a long time. I mean, everything about that song was... That's all I gotta say. Really nothing I can say. Nospun, you fucking nailed it. Probably the best song by you guys I've heard. I did like the first one we heard because I think probably... The first one that was on the channel, I can't remember the name. Don't expect me to memorize names for band songs. I don't even memorize Dream Theater songs most of the time. I have to rethink it. I'm like, what's the name of that song? I think the first song was like not expected, and I'd never heard you guys before. Loved it. But this song is definitely the best song I've heard by you guys. The thing is, oh, see, you got Arrow to come in with the title track names. Yeah, this song definitely beats Death of Simpson. I still like Death of Simpson. It's on a playlist, but what do you mean Earthside was better? Are you talking about on that particular set, Para? I don't remember in comparison to the two, but Earthside is pretty fucking sick. I've seen them live in concert too, so that's nice. Anyway, let's get on to song number 2 because I'm talking too much again. Let's see. Second song is Invisible Hand by Crosses. This is one of the many side projects of Deftones vocalist Chino Moreno. It has some cool electronic beats with Chino's beautiful vocals. This album was just released and is already one of my favorite releases of the year. This is an official video. You're going to get this shit blocked quickly. Here we go with Invisible Hand. Hopefully it doesn't get blocked. Hey, Deftones or Crosses, can you just not block shit? Or get your label to not block it? Cool. I feel the electronic.
Ready or not, we started again. The rules of you and Nancy.
Yes, they do, Scott. They can tell the bots to fuck off. I'm watching to the left to see if they, like that. Like that. And it was right on beat, too. Oh, Sasha's already chiming in. I'm looking for any warnings to pop up, and I'll quickly stop the song and put the filter on. Yeah, this is very 80s feeling, but cool. Oh, Adrian's telling me to block it out. I guess we don't need to watch the video, right? I'll try to block it out. I do like this. Kind of reminds me of I can't think of their names. Alright, let's see what happens. Block it out. You just see little squigglies going across the line now, and just me. I'm definitely going to say it's not beating number 1, so I can already be sure of that. It's a good song. My only... Okay, I do like the change here, but I was going to say it hasn't really changed much, so... It's only a test.
It's only a test. It's only a... Sometimes I feel like the rules been changed.
I do like I like this song. I'm wondering if it's good enough to go on a playlist though, because though I like it, it's pretty repetitive. The question is, do I like this repetition enough to put it on a playlist? I feel like this is like one of those, like having some nice, like, semi-dominatrix sex. Like if you're having like semi-dominatrix sex, see like a cage in the background, got a gimp over on the right. This song's playing in the background and there's just like some interesting sexual things going on. That's what this song gives me vibes of, with the 3 crosses that pop up right at the end. All right, I think that's the end of that one. Okay, so I definitely don't think that was as good as the first one, but nonetheless, I liked it. I liked the vibe of it. I liked the mix of the electronic. The only thing is, which is pretty typical of electronic music, it tends to be a little too repetitive. But it was short, so the fact that it was short and it wasn't like 7 minutes long of that, you know, that could possibly go in a playlist. So when I go through, just to remind you guys, all of you, if there's anybody new lurking in the background, I always listen to the songs on a set 2 times before I actually make a final decision whether I really like it or if it grows on me. I give it a second chance. So this song is kind of right on the cusp of getting on a playlist, but when I listen to it the second time, we'll kind of determine if it actually gets on a playlist. But it was a good song, just not a really, really good song for me. Mostly because of the repetition. Okay, let's get to number 3. We're moving right along. Third song is called The Suborbital Blues by Rivers and Nihil. Is that how you say it? Nihil? I always get this wrong. We've had them on the channel several times. I love the heaviness of the track with awesome growls and some really nice clean vocals. This one will be a hit and miss with you and the chat. Wait. This one will be a hit and miss. Oh, I was like, this one will be a hit? What? This one will be a hit and miss with you and the chat. So as soon as I see, I like heaviness for the gym. Awesome growls, that's going to be debatable for me. So we'll have to figure out, that might be the miss for me. So here we go with the Suborbital Blues, number 3. Scott K is already putting this first. That means I probably won't like it. Like the gen. I like the melody. Nice build with the double bass. In the background, there's 3 That'd be hard to keep a straight face in that shot where they were all in that last shot. And he's like, I'd be laughing. Love that. Jun, 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 jun. Ugh. Every time I hear that double bass, I always think of Ne Oblivious Icarus. Just that straight double time in the double bass. Is he actually singing? Because it looks like he's not saying anything. machine gun sound. That's an interesting bass line. It just kind of came out of nowhere. It's like. Yeah, I'm just gonna say besides the growls, this is kind of similar to 2 in that but it has a lot more to it. So I'm gonna say 1, 3, 2. Me and Manuel Romero are on the same page. And Sasha. I was gonna say, where did Jason go? Did he just like check out? Oh, look who joined the fucking chat. Jean-Francois. Jean, where have you been, Jean? It's at the end. It's great to see you back, buddy. Even Manuel Romero showed up. So, do you guys like talk behind the scenes? Because it is odd that you both haven't been around and all of a sudden you both show up on the same time. What's going on there? You guys have a love affair from different countries? Okay. That song, again, if you guys notice, a common theme with me and music is if it's got too much repetition or no repetition, we're talking about the extremes here, right? Too much repetition, not enough repetition, like no home base is how I would call it. It's not going to sit as well with me. I like a little bit of repetition, i.e. a good chorus or a nice verse, A-B style. But it's also got to kind of branch out a little bit. I would say this song fell more on the too much repetition like song number 2, but definitely had more about it than song number 2, which is why I placed it above number 2. Like the voice parts, like the heaviness of it, and I love that jun 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 jun. I love Genty sound, especially when I'm at the gym, and it just fucking makes me want to push out a couple more sets. But I didn't typically, which is typical for me, didn't like the growls all that much. But they were okay. Like they weren't like off-putting or anything like that. It was not bad, and it kind of matched the music, I guess, but not something I'm like, woohoo, I like it. So good song, but yeah. Let's get into song number 4. We have 3 more to go. We are halfway through the set, and let's see what Adrian the Ballad Bitch has for us. 4th song is Girls Float, Boys Cry. That sounds like an 80s theme by Crosses. Oh, we've already had them on here. Yeah, they were the 2nd song. So this is the 2nd time in a set featuring the Cure vocalist Robert Smith. This track is a lot more chill than the last Crosses song. Once again, Chino provides some beautiful, sensual vocals, strong 80s vibe. Yeah, that Girls Float, Boys Cry is a very 80s theme sound. Official visualizer, so probably have to block this one too. Is this also in the electronic kind of form or sound, or is this a little bit different than the other one? Let's find out. Let's turn on the filter. Just don't want to take a chance. How about that? Let's see if that's good. At least we can kind of see it still. Ah, I got some something on my teeth. Sorry. Again, this is like another dominatrix sitting in a corner with the leather suit on, about ready to get smacked in the ass. Kind of sexual vibe. I ate an apple right before we started the stream and I can't get it out of my teeth. Sorry, I know that's disgusting, but I'm gonna have to floss after this. The 80s like electronic sound. Okay, I'm gonna say right now I already like the lower, you guys know me, the lower tempo. I like lower, slower tempo, so the vibe already, even though it's kind of repetitive, is sitting well with me more than the first song by these guys. To make a reference again, when you're making love, it's gotta be like this slow and sensual love, not like a rabbit. Crack myself up. There's Adrian. Gino always brings horny music. I guess he does. Can't shake it. I didn't say, Scott, it was my kink. I said it was a kink that definitely comes to mind when I hear this kind of music. Kind of like that Angelina Jolie wearing the blood vial around her neck. I'm sort of just like a missionary dude. I like missionary. I mean, I like other stuff too, but missionaries just good for me. Why do we need to get all weird? I like this song. I definitely like this more than... The question is, do I like it more than 3? I think I do. It's put me in a horny space. Put in a second. And most likely going on my sex playlist. Are we? Sasha. Oh, Sasha, you definitely are one of a kind. This beat is so annoying. Okay. Picking it up a little bit. Can't shake it. Yeah, Michael, I definitely feel the Peter Gabriel vibe. Shake it. Yeah, Para, like I've always said, that would be the only thing that kind of puts this song on a lower tier for me. Is it's just kind of like the same thing for whatever 4 minutes that we've been listening to it. But with this kind of music, like this style of just chill vibe, kind of like Doom, the repetitiveness is not as accentuated and bad. Is that it? Okay. Yeah, like I said, it's when you have like a lower ballady tune or slower kind of romantic-y tune, the repetitiveness is not as bad for me because it's putting you, the repetition is putting you kind of in a mental state of just like relaxed and chill. That's why meditative songs that people sleep to, space songs, spa songs are just this repetition of meditative state. So it kind of accomplishes that. Whereas like, if it's like death metal or heavy metal where it's just like that's fucking annoying. And doesn't put me in a meditative state because it's fucking annoying. So yeah, I think the vibe is cool. And when it comes to Doom, which I give Scott K credit for all the time, because Doom I did not know until Scott K introduced us to it. And for the most part, I really like the doomy, gloomy, rainy day, shroomy. See, I keep going with the rhyme. Okay, let's get into song number 5, which is Are You Really Okay by Sleep Token. Oh shit, we're gonna have Paravarium get an instant boner right now. It gives me strong 90s alternative vibes. I don't know if I like that. The lyrics are very deep and emotional, okay? It's basically about him talking to someone about cutting themselves. Ooh, I did a lot of counseling a long time ago with several people who cut. There's more people who cut than you think. I think when I went into it not knowing, I thought, cutting's kind of like an unusual, unique kind of way of coping with situations and trauma. It's actually quite, and people are, to my surprise, are much better at hiding it than you would think, because everyone's like, oh, they cut themselves on their arms and they have all these scars and stuff like that. But there's a lot of places that people cut that you never will see. Says about someone cutting themselves, asking them if they're okay and to stop hurting themselves. This is one of my favorite vocal performances from Vessel. I'm sure that Para is not cutting right now because he's got a boner. Because here comes Sleep Token. Let's do it. Okay, alternative 90s vibe? Not yet. There we go. Got it out of my tooth. This song reminds me of like the Atlantic. Is that what it is? Atlantic? Is that the name? Atlantis or Atlantic? Fucking love that song. Ryan, everyone's opinions on this song are so different. I like that. I think that means they're doing something right. So far, I'm digging the shit out of it. Is it Atlantic? Perry, you should know which song I'm talking about. Atlantis? Atlantic? It sounds very similar to this, especially because his voice is his voice. Yeah, it sounds... Dude. Fuck yeah, to me, this is just like that song. Yeah, Atlantic. This very much feels like Atlantic, but more chill. Atlantic had more of like a soundscape than this, but this will go on a playlist that stays like this. I can't believe I fucking remember the title. Dude, I love the ballad bitch. Adrian, I love your ballad bitchiness that brings this shit to the channel, because this is going on a playlist. And it's already second on my list. Nospun, you still have the best fucking song on this playlist. Or set list. Like how it's picking up here. Love this song, man. Are you really okay? I like that lyric. Fix your wounds this time. Ooh, nice. Slow syncopation. Sasha, what don't you like about his voice? I get it, it's unique. but I think I like it. Fit for this vibe. And man, a lot of this sounds like clone. It's like a clone vibe. I mean, obviously the voice is a bit different, but just the song structure and everything is very clone, which I like. So, Jean-Francois, do you like this song or no? You're just kind of like in the middle. All right, that is that. So as you can see, definitely 1 and 5. Most likely 4 will go on a playlist. And then I'm questioning 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 I'll have to listen to again to see if they go on a playlist. But the... Still, the Nospun song takes the cake for me. It just has everything that you want. So, how are we going to finish? Are we going to kind of go out with a sputter? Or are we going to pick things up for this last one, Adrian? Did you save the best for last, or did you put that and blow your wad on the first song? I said after that first song, I was like, shit, it's going to be tough to beat this one. All right. Oh, shit. I don't know. We'll have to see. Last but not least is Blink by Aviations. What can I say? These guys have really outdone themselves with this new album. They've taken their writing and sound to another level. Fucking gorgeous song. Okay, I like that. Another official video, but Aviation videos will not get blocked. Hope everyone enjoyed the set, and thanks for coming. Holy shit. Is this like a 20-minute song, though? Because Aviations tends to have at least 9 minutes in their songs. But I'm here for it because every fucking Aviation song we've had on here that's from the new album has been gold. So this song is called Blink by Aviations. Here we go. Manuel Romero. 9 minutes, buddy. Half of what you usually put on here. Yep, there's that. I like that dun 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 dun. Nice rhythm in the background as he sings smooth over top. See, he's just holding that note, but everything's going dun dun dun. Dun, 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 dun. That juxtaposition works so well. They're always good at their videos, too. Ooh,
Something strange, the TV breaks and I'm so serene. It's not where I want. Isolated, I refuse to copy my brain.
dun, 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 dun. I like those breaks that they do. Always at the end of their measures. Dun, dun, dun. They just did it again. Oh, now we're halftime. Let that fucking shit breathe. That's why you have halftime. Halftime allows the mood to breathe. And then you go back into... Michael, you haven't heard half the song and you're already putting in fucking... It's their instrumental section that I've always said I like. They have their bass. Now they're going out a little bit. Yeah, this is their Metropolis middle section with the weird rhythms. Dude, they love doing this, like stop and then break into a new kind of section. Yes. Nice. Ooh, a little Latino vibe. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about latency, that my it's probably like half a step behind, half a second. Nice build. I've said it for every song we listen to by these guys. Singer is almost, I'm gonna even go as high as 40% of what makes this band good. He just fits, his voice fits with what they're writing, which is hard to do in progressive kind of music. But as I've said in every video as well, the question is, can this dude pull that kind of stuff off live and on a tour? Nice. Try not to talk because I want to make sure I catch every fucking part they do. They really do follow the same kind of mode throughout all of the songs that I've heard. I mean, this is very much like Outliers in the way that it's constructed. Obviously different parts, but like they love to do these breaks and then go into a kind of ethereal feel and then into a very technical midsection, back into an ethereal feel. That's kind of their bread and butter, I think. I do have a question that I want to ask about them at the end of it because I want to make sure I'm paying attention. Man, his voice just fits so perfectly with this fucking music. Very hard to find. Can you guys not understand, like, how good his voice is with this kind of music? It's very unheard of. Oh, what up, Colin? There he is. There's the bloke. I would be interested, too, what this keyboardist thinks of Jordan. Because the styles and the kind of runs that they do are very same ballpark. But he sticks with no, like, electronic sounds and technical weird sounds. He sticks with the piano. Jean-Francois, this Sunday, we get an extra hour of sleep here in Ohio. I wish you guys would fucking understand how good that singer is. Oh. Thought that was the end. Okay, this is like the middle section of that. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see, is this... I think we're like 7 minutes in, so the outro should be coming soon. Got such a good range, and he uses the range a lot in all of their songs. I don't hear him singing low very much, but he's definitely a tenor, first tenor. Is that it? I'm waiting for it to go dun dun dun. I think that's it. Yeah, because it says blink, right? Okay, so I think I'm going to put that one second. I don't think overall it's better than the first Nospun song. I think mostly because, as I alluded to while listening to it, that I've heard this before, for all intents and purposes. This song is very, very similar in structure and in composition to Outliers and other songs that we've heard by them. So I think this kind of song is their bread and butter. This is the kind of thing. But as I've said, with other bands, I think one of the thing is when someone's really good at something and it's different and it's new, which is what I would say, like, no bands that we listen to much on this channel write quite like this. This is very epic. You have like sections of the song that are very melodic and very ethereal and very emotional, and then you have like heavy technical parts, and they're all kind of mixed in together. I don't quite see that done by any other band at this moment. That's a newer band. However, usually when bands have that kind of thing, whatever that thing is, whether they're just really good at like that crunchy sound or the djenty sound or whatever it is, a lot of times it's impossible for them to get outside of that. And every song, though different parts, and I would say this is definitely sounds different than Outliers, it feels almost like a continuation of Outliers. It's very similar. It's like they're definitely not only in the same ballpark of each other, they're in the same infield. Like, it's like between first and second base is how close they are in sound to me. Because I dig it. But the reason I'm putting it behind the first Nospun song is because Nospun is that song anywhere, that sound is a little more unique and different to me for a first time. I've kind of heard this from Aviations before. So it's just kind of like I've heard it, so it's not quite as gay. But as far as the song structure itself and how they put the pieces together, just like Outliers, is fantastic. My question that I said in the middle, there's two questions I have for these guys. And I'm sure one of them is listening because they really actually respond to these reactions to their songs, which I think is great. Number one is, because I haven't listened to the full new album yet. You know, I'm waiting for people to turn in songs like this so I can listen to it and I don't spoil it. So when they turn in the songs, I don't say to them, hey, I've already listened to this. It's the same thing with, like, there's other bands, new albums that have been out there. I don't even think I've heard the new full Riverside. I've heard like 3 or 4 songs off the new Riverside album, and that's it. So I'm waiting for you guys to turn that shit in. That's what I'm saying. But with these guys in their new album and even their old, do they have any songs that are just kind of like, I wouldn't almost know it's them? That the sound of the song is so different, like a straight like 4/4 ballad that doesn't have any, off, or do they have any songs that are just straight heavy and fucking balls to the wall and not melodic kind of things inside that? I'd be interested. Do they have anything like that on their album? Or if I were to buy this album, is every song going to sound pretty much like Outliers? It's going to be like a 7 to 9 minute song that goes through these landscapes, soundscapes of emotional, technical, beautiful, and I think it's a great thing, but I'm interested if they have anything that's not like this. And I've said this before many times. This is why I like bands like Rush and Dream Theater and still think that they're hard to match. Haken, why I like Haken, is that you could listen to a Haken song and you can listen to a Dream Theater song and be like, damn, and it sounds similar to this, like a long, epic Metropolis, very technical, but also very melodic, all within one song. And then they can play shit like Anna Lee. You're like, if you listen to Anna Lee and that's the first time you heard Dream Theater, you'd be like, okay, this is like a pop band they have so many different capabilities of playing different styles of song within a whole album. And I like that kind of, you get this kind of stuff, but you can also get this and you can also get this. It's like a candy store that's just great. Versus like even Train of Thought. Train of Thought is just like balls to the wall heavy for most of it. And then you get Vacant on that same album. Even in a balls to wall heavy album, you get Vacant, which is just like this like string kind of basic song. So I really feel like Haken does that well, and I'm wondering if this band does this. Or is this going to be what I hear? That's my first question. So maybe you guys can answer that, Aviations, if you're listening to this. Number 2, I've said it in every video I've listened to these guys. It is almost impossible to find a singer that can sing this kind of stuff and the tone of it is really good. Because I've said this, Metallica, half of Metallica, and the reason Metallica is because of James Hetfield's voice is just so commanding and so good and fits with what they do so well. The reason people can't a lot of times get over the hump with Dream Theater is because even though James back in the day I think did fit their music, the tone of it necessarily wasn't something that people like immediately listened to and said, oh my god, this is great, everything about it is great. It was kind of just his tone or whatever, and kind of the notes that he hit sometimes just quite didn't get that, but still good enough until recent, which goes on to my part B of question 2. This dude fucking does it. Like, I mean, everybody in the chat, because I think Adrian said something to it, but nobody's talking about this lightning in a bottle of this fucking singer and how perfectly he fits with what they're playing. His voice is gorgeous. His tone is really, really easy on the ears. He's hitting all the notes perfectly, and he has a nice range. It fits with what they're playing. Do you guys fucking realize how hard that is to find in the music world? I only can think of like a few bands that plays this kind of music that finds a singer that actually fits perfectly with what they're playing and sounds good and is pleasant to the ears. I would say the first Nospun song kind of had that for me too. Like, wow, here's some like good melodies and singing along with this stuff that's tough. So I think that's wonderful. I think people need to realize that. I hope the singer hears that I'm saying this again for like the 4th time on a video. But part B to that question is, I wonder if you guys go on tour and you play live, number 1, how good is this dude live? Because I think that's the test of all tests. Because you can do this, especially nowadays with technology, you can do this pretty easily on, in tracks and in engineering. But live, is he going to sound this good? That's number 1. I don't know that, and it'll be interesting to see if he is good live, which I think is tough. Because I think even Ilo, Vola, for instance, still very, very good, but the live stuff that I heard, I've seen Vola live. I've heard Ilo live on like video, are still very, very good and amazing, but not nearly as good, or I should say not as good as they are on the tracks, obviously. So that is something that goes into it, is what I'm trying to explain. And then 2, one of the things that I have said many times on this stream and on other streams and videos is I can't stand it when people don't take into account singers, because I think singing and vocals to a band, especially in this kind of styles of music, is the hardest thing to find. Don't give people a pass or an understanding when these dudes go on tour for like fucking 3 or 4 months, day in and day out, singing, and they don't have the choice to take care of their voice because they got to play for a crowd even if they're sick. So they do it, and it's probably going to do damage to their fucking vocal cords. And then have a 20 to 30 year career of doing that, and then people expect them to somehow not fucking lose their voice like James LaBrie has or other people have. Like, give me a break. Like, it's going to happen. So this dude, I'm sure if you guys went on tour and for the next 20 years you did like an album for the year and then the next year you toured for the whole year, would struggle too. Like, just can people give singers more props and more, I don't know, forgiveness as well? And then also recognize that this dude is fucking amazing. So this guy is in my opinion, once in a million kind of singers to fit a band in the music and good sound and good tone. I mean, Clone has a good voice. Soen has a good voice, but I don't feel like their music is as challenging as this. So this is like very technical and progressive compared to Clone and Soen and those kind of bands, and much harder to kind of fit melodies and singing to that, and he does. I mean, give him some fucking props. All right, I'm done on my soapbox. You guys have a great Saturday. Fucking killed it. Aviations again. Nospun, loved it. The other ones, I think can't remember the names now. We'll also go on playlists, the sexual whatever songs, electronic songs, the dominatrix songs. I'm going to be on the fence on a couple of them. So nice set there, Adrian, and we will see you guys here on Monday for Sasha's set. So be here or be square. Peace.